We'll talk a little bit about that when we get to it. Let's start with asking if there are any questions from last week about the form, about anything, comments, dislikes, likes, whatever. Okay. So let's start with a nice big opening breath. And so again, if you don't know this by now, we just get centered and relaxed and sit up straight. Drop your shoulders, roll your shoulders forward and hollow your chest. Raise your crown, and it helps to tuck the chin in. And sit up as straight as you can. Bring your hands up, straight out, palms up. Deep breath. Bring your hands overhead. Turn the hands down, push down, and exhale slowly. Right down to your lap. Do another one. Imagine scooping up energy from the earth, breathing in. Bring energy overhead. Grab energy from the heavens. Exhale and push it down. Imagine absorbing some of that energy with each cycle. One more cycle up. There. Go ahead. Exhale. Come down. All right. Let's relax a little bit. Hands on our lap. Raising our hands with fingers dangling down, arms straight out. Inhale, turn the palms in, pull to the chest. Turn the palms out. Slowly exhale and push against resistance. Opening up the palms, pulling the arms all the way back, touching the shoulder blades together, arms stretched out, palms facing forward. Inhale and slowly close to center. Arms straight out, pushing forward, palms back, holding a ball. And continue. In, breathe in, push, straight out. Open, expand, coil, all the way back. Contract. Move. Go in, absorb the energy. Breathe in, push, exhale, express, open, absorb, close, contract. Nice and slow. Control the movements. Match your breath. And now turn the hands down and come down and rest in our, let's call this the starting position. Deep breaths to re-equilibrate. Raise the hands up. Holding our ball. All right, this is our energy ball. We're going to open that ball and close it. Let it expand. Breathing in and push. Contract, squeeze it, close. One more time. Open it. Just lock down to the left or to the right. Come up, back to the ball. Turn to the left or the other side. Lock down and turn and look. Come back to the ball. Open, turn and look, block down. Breathe in. Close to the ball. Open to the other side. Block down, turn, twist, look. Come back to center. Breathing out. And finally, open and close. And bring your hands down to your lap and relax. Take a few deep breaths. Bring your hands up, holding a ball. Turn the ball over, rotate it, top to bottom, 180 degrees. Try to maintain the same radius of your ball. See if you can coordinate it so the hands end up top and bottom at the same time, and your rotation is symmetrical. And the size of the ball never changes. And now reach over to the left with the lower hand, or to the right if it's your right hand that's down. Breathe in, turn. Rotate back to center and slowly rotate to the other side. Bring the ball back to center. Turn the ball 180 degrees. Turn, twist to the left. Turn, bring the ball to center. Rotate the other way, 180 degrees. Turn to the right. Inhale. One more. Turn to the front. Keep rotating to the other side. 1. Rotate back to the other side. Breathe in. 2. Come back to center and open and close. And then bring your hands down to your lap and relax. And just hang out there for a while. I'm just going to take a really short break and I'll be right back. Can you go in her room and play? Okay. Take a deep opening breath. Come down, inhale, push down. Next exercise, holding the ball. Again, we're going to rotate one hand or palm out, rotate it 180 degrees, and then push out with the other hand. Fingers facing forward. All right, so that means you have to bring the hand on the outside back in to rotate to the other side by jutting your elbow straight back to that side. Turn and twist, push to one side and the other. Remember turn your hands so the palms are facing out and the fingers are pointing forward. And hands, the palms are lined up on one side and then the other side, as if you're pushing against a door or a building or a person. Turn, push, turn, push. The movement should be on a horizontal plane like the tabletop. Push to one side. And of course, in keeping with the spirit of Qigong, we inhale as we extend to the side and expand or stretch. And as we rotate back to center to the other side, we exhale and then inhale again as we go to the other side. 2. Let's go at your own pace. Try to breathe slowly Don't do it too fast because your breath will start to accelerate. You don't want that. And you don't want to go too slow or else you'll get sort of out of breath. Inhale, push. Exhale, inhale, push. Exhale. Now look straight out if you can. As you do this exercise, try to look out into the distance. Relax. Slow. Turning at the waist. Turning the head slightly, looking into the distance. Kind of like an eagle flying, looking around the horizon from one side to the other. Okay, good. Now rotate back to center, holding the bowl and open and close, and come down to your laps. Hang out for a second or two and breathe, relax. Let's turn our heads back and forth, right and left, slowly. It's called Wise Owl Looks Back. Keep your body from moving and just turn your head. Go to one side to the other. Imagine that time is standing still. Try to be present. And it helps to just focus on the movement. Just wrap your mind around the movement, nothing else. See how far you can stretch back without going past your comfort point. Again, looking out into the distance as you rotate your head 180 degrees from left to right. Okay, let's take a closing breath. Inhale up and down. Good. Okay. Bringing our fists to our waists with the heart of the fist, which is the fingers pointing up, elbows straight back. I'm going to lower my screen so you can see what I'm doing. You should know this drill by now. We're going to twist punch straight out through the shoulder line and stretch. I want you to stretch as far as you can and bring your hand in. And now at the same time, we kick out with the other foot. So it's one, and bring the hand and the foot back in at the same time. And now the other, punch out, kick, pull the fist back in. Twist, punch out, and the heart should be down. Twist back in, the heart is up. Twist, punch, bring it in, and so on and so forth. So it's 1, 2. Don't kick hard, kick slow. If you can't kick, just step out. Control. Okay. Closing breath, sweeping up. over the head. Breathe in and down. Working our way down to the feet. We put the foot down, 1 foot at a time. Lift the heel and rotate the heel back and forth on the toe, using the toe as a fulcrum. Foot down, and now rock back and forth, side to side. You'll be moving your knee back and forth with the foot to be able to do this properly. Other foot, heel up, rock, the heel, swaying back and forth. And now we put our foot down and rock left to right, back and forth. Two more, 1 and 2. Okay. And if you can't use your feet, you make 2 fists. Pop your thumbs up. Rotate the thumbs in and make circular motions with your fists, the thumb coming down and up. And so your right hand will be making a counterclockwise movement and your left hand will be making a clockwise movement. Let's just spin those hands around. You don't have to do this is just for strength and increasing flexibility. And so basically what we're doing is trying to maintain the position of the palm of the fist in the same position and just rotating them around using the wrist as the joint, as the universal joint. Good. This is a very good exercise. Strengthen the muscles in your wrist and forearm. You can tell if you do it for a while, you start to feel fatigued. So that means it's working. And that's how I'm feeling now. So I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to turn the thumbs in and around. So now thumbs are going down and around. And so now, right, my right hand is going counterclockwise and my left hand is going clockwise. Just keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Let's just do some finger exercises. Just make a fist and flick your fingers out, holding your hands up in front of you, in front of your chest. You can go as fast as you want. I'm going to count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 20. 30. 40. 10 more. 50. Good. And so people that train Tai Chi for martial purposes, for fighting, do a lot of these hand exercises because you're doing a lot of grabbing in Tai Chi when you're fighting. Warding off, spinning to the side, and grabbing the wrist, for example. And so your fingers have to be flexible, and your wrists has to be flexible, and your hands need to be strong. Okay. Monkey fist. Make a monkey fist. Both hands. Put the fingers together, all the fingers together, pointing down. See if you could touch them all together. And now flick your hands, your monkey fist, forward and back. Look like a cobra head. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can even bring your hands out like this. Extend your arms as you do this exercise. Okay, closing breath. Good. All right, we're going to do one of the 5 animal frolic Qigong. So the 5 animal frolic is, let's see, almost 2,000 years old. I mentioned this before. It was invented or conceived, I guess is a better word, by a man by the name of Hua Tuo. And he was a very well-known physician in China. And he also is the father or inventor of anesthesia. And he developed this Qigong, this 5 animal Qigong, based on the 5 element theory, which is the basis of Chinese medicine. And so each of he devised this exercise as a total body exercise as well as a spiritual exercise. And each of the animals has a personality to it, as animals have personalities, of course. They're also associated with one of the 5 elements, and the 5 elements are metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. And also, so the animals all have one of those qualities, they're associated with one of those elements as well. And they are also associated with a particular season of the year. And when you do these exercises, you're supposed to imagine putting yourself into the spiritual essence of the animal and how the animal behaves and feels. And so that's important. And each of the animal exercises addresses the exercise needs of 2 organs, sets of 2 organs. And so we're going to do tiger today. So tiger, the season for tiger is spring. So that's why I chose it. It's the spring. The emotion, like I said, all the animals have emotions. The emotion that tiger has is one of anger. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about that in a second. Because you're going to say, well, gee, why do Qigong if you're going to express feelings of anger, right? Well, anger is a human emotion. It's a feeling or emotion that we all have, and sometimes it's expressed, and sometimes it's good. It's not good when it gets out of hand, when it's not controlled. And that's what we try to do when we do these exercises, to control these feelings. Okay. And also the element that tiger is associated with happens to be wood. I'm not quite sure why. So as we do tiger, we're going to go through a segment of the exercise where we're going to express anger, and we're going to express that with an angry glare. Okay. And then I'm going to show you that as the exercise evolves, we're going to dissipate that anger and let it go in accordance with the moves that this animal is going to be going through. And I'll explain it in a second. All right. So you're going to be using a tiger paw motif with your hands when you do part of this. And so what you're going to do is if you put your hands straight out with your palms facing down, and you put your fingers together to kind of form a paw, kind of like you're digging in the sand with your fingers, and your thumb is out, and now you curl your fingers, right? And tense up your hands. You're forming tiger paws that look like this. All right, those are your tiger paws. And tiger starts out this way. Tiger is a large animal, and it's going to push to one side. Let's go to the left, and it's going to use the same push that we have learned in that exercise where we push to one side with the fingers pointing straight and the palms pushing to the side. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be a push to the one side. Breathing in. And now we're going to start to make our pause. I'm going to turn to the center and make our pause. And now we have this angry feeling as we exhale and strike down to pick up the prey and bring the prey up. You should be tense. Your hand should be tense to your chest. Breathing in. And now push down, scoop down again. Exhale. Release the prey that you just took up and took a bite out of. And now relax your paws and bring your paws up in front of you. Inhaling straight back, up over your head and back, and leaning back. If you can sit up straight, that's great. If you have to lean back on something, that's fine too. And try to arch your back and tilt your head all the way back, looking up at your hands as far back as you can. So you're arching your back with your paws up in the air as far back as possible over your head. And now slowly exhale, relaxing the hands and bring them down to your chest. And then resting your paws on your knees. And now you're going to do something very familiar. Open your hands up, bringing them to the side and up, breathing in, closing breath over your head and down. So all the animals at the end have this closing breath, which makes it easy to remember. All right, let's try it again. We're going to push to the other side this time. Whichever side you push to the first time, push to the other side. One, turn, push to the other side. Two, start making your claws. Turn to center, scoop down and up to your chest. Glare fiercely. Inhale. Thrust down, scoop down, relax, come up. Back all the way. Inhale, hold it. Relax slowly, come down. Control your breath, exhale. And now you should be totally relaxed with your hands on your knees. Okay, ready to go. Tiger parts the bushes on one side. One. Turn. Tiger parts the bushes on the other side. Turn to the other side and push. Make your claws, scoop down in the front, up. Breathing in. Exhale, scoop down, release the prey, relax. Up. All the way up. Take a deep breath. all the way back over your head. Hold your breath. Arch your back. Slowly come back, drop down. Exhale. And relax. Okay. I think we'll move on. I like to do actually 4, 2 on each side. It's 11:36. Maybe at the end of the session, we can do another animal. And did I send you a video on this, guys? Would you like one? I'll do that. I'll make a video and of all the animals, and I will preface the video. I'll do a presentation using what is it? iMovie. I know how to use that now, and so I can put slides before explaining the animals, explaining the significance, the emotions, their elemental associations, so on and so forth, and with a short description of how to do it maybe, and then I'll go through it and show you how to do it, and we'll cover all 5. It's probably going to be a pretty long video, but I'll try to put that together. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So then you'll have it. You can watch me do it and practice it, because this is a really good one to do. It should take almost 40 minutes or so to do these animals. Okay, good. All right. Yes, I will definitely do that. I'll try to do it this week if I have time. All right. So, like I said, we are ready to learn a new move today, for some of you at least, and it's going to be brush knee. And that's exactly what it looks like, so it'll be easy for you to remember. So let's start first at the beginning and just review. So we'll start with the commencement. You can either start with your hands by your side, relaxed, or with your hands, if you like, if you prefer, your hands on your lap. And we're going to bring the hands up with the arms straight, taking a breath with the fingers kind of dangling down. When they're horizontal, bring the arms in and down. So you're bringing them in and down from the chest like you're holding a ball to your belly. And then we're going to push out and up and back in, holding the ball in front of our chest again. So it's a double rotation. So it's going to come up and in and down, and then out and back in again. All right. Tai Chi is full of circular rotations, because circular rotations generate energy, both internally and externally. And then the second move is open and close. That's easy. We open and close through the shoulder line. And as you open and close, just like in the exercises that we do, you imagine that you're letting a ball expand, but controlling the expansion so that it doesn't go too fast. And then pressing the ball in a little bit. And don't go too far out. Just go to your shoulder line and come in. Nice and slow. Now, single whip, we know how to do this. We turn the palms facing out. We push out very slightly. And like we're opening a set of curtains, we extend the arms out so they take on the appearance of a swallow wing. The hands about, I don't know, face level. Elbows pointing down, of course. All right. We're going to bring the right hand down and in an arc and line it up underneath the left elbow. So the left hand doesn't move. The palm is still up at face level, the elbow pointing down. And now we're set up. So the bottom arm is underneath the left elbow and the palm is facing down. And we're going to shift the hands up and down, maintaining the same distance between the palms. Now my right palm is up, the palm facing out, and the bottom palm is facing down. Now, as I turn my waist, I move my hands with my waist over to the right side. Your eyes should follow the upper movement of the upper hand. I'm going to switch up and down again. Left hand up, right hand down. Left palm facing out, right palm is down. Now pulling to the left. Now notice the lower hand, my right fingers are moving to the left side. And let's continue. Switch again. Up and down. Turn to the right. Fingers of the lower hand are now pointing to the right with the movement of the waist. And we switch and turn to the left. And one more time. Switch on the left and turn to the right. And now stop at the right hand side, the right side. When you get to the right, you're going to turn the lower hand up, your left hand up, palm facing up. You're going to bring it up in an arc, past the right shoulder, over to the left shoulder, and opposite the right hand. So now the hands, palms are facing each other, and here you are holding that familiar energy bow again. And guess what? Open and close. Breathing in and out. So that's, I think, 4 movements, right? That's commencement, open and close, single whip, open and close. So that's where we are so far. And again, when you do cloud hands, all you're doing is moving your hands across the top and the bottom of a rectangle or box that's in front of you. And then you're switching up and down along the sides of that rectangle, scribing along the top and the bottom of the rectangle as you turn, switching along that other side up and down, and rotating again down around to the other side, moving along the top and the bottom of the rectangle. And then all you want to do is kind of round out the corners of the rectangle a little bit so they're not actually a square. All the movements in Tai Chi are rounded. But we learn, it's often practical to learn them as geometric shapes that don't have, that are not curved or rounded. Okay, good. So now we end up opening and close. Okay, next, brush knee. What we're going to do is simply, you're holding the ball in front of your chest. You're going to rotate both hands to the right until your left fingers are almost touching or touching your right elbow. All right, so you're rotating both hands about 45 degrees, 45 to 90 degrees. All right. And now you've got your right palm up facing the side of your right face, the side of your face on the right hand side. Left fingers are on or near the right elbow. All right. And so the next step to brush knee is 2 things are going to take place. The palm that's touching the right elbow with the palm down is going to, that hand is going to extend out and wipe across the arm straight. And when it reaches to the left side, about in front of you, the left side, it's going to come in, directly in, pulling into the waist. And it'll end up with the heel of your hand or your thumb touching your left thigh or your left waist. At the same time, the right hand, which is up like you're holding a mirror, looking at a mirror on your right side, is going to turn facing out and push straight out. Nice and slow. So you end up with the right hand pushing straight out at face height, arm fully extended. And the left palm is down, face down, with the thumb or heel of the palm touching your thigh or your waist. All right, so that's brush knee. All right, so let's come back and rest for a second and try it again. All right, so we go open and close. All right, start to rotate the hands, leaving your elbows in position. Don't move your elbows to the right. All right, turn the right palm, which is up, out. Push out as you extend the left hand, arm straight out and directly across in front of your waist, blocking aside. Push out and pull that left hand into your waist or to your thigh. Palm down. You want to do Tai Chi? That's my granddaughter. She does Tai Chi. She's good at it. Kids are natural at it. Okay. So what's going on here is your right hand, your right palm is up, kind of like you're saluting on the right hand side, but the palm is turned facing you. And then it starts to turn out. Now it looks like a salute. And as it turns out, it pushes forward. All right. And the left hand comes down, arm straight out, across, and into the waist. So if you add both those movements together, it looks like this. And you want to try to time this so that by the time your right hand is thrust out, fully extended, your left palm is already at the point where it's supposed to be at your left side. So in other words, you don't want to have one hand end its movement before the other hand ends its movement. So what we try to do, and this is where the mental focus comes in, is if you feel, you sense mentally, you sense that one hand is moving too fast, you just increase the speed of the other hand, or you slow it down. And so you try to juxtapose the movements of the hands so that they work together and end at the same time, kind of like a machine has a set way of operating, right? And it's consistent every time you do it. So that's what we're looking for, consistency. And within that consistency, there's perfection. Okay? Those of you who took the first course, the first 12 weeks, I guess, this is the second 12 weeks, I believe, I think we learned it from the other side. So here we're starting at the right side from the beginning and pushing across. Okay. So sometimes people have trouble with the left hand, the one that pulls across the waist. And you can see what I'm doing. If you imagine that there's something coming at you, oh, I don't know, maybe maybe a basketball, maybe a ball or basketball. You're on a basketball court, you're sitting around having a glass of wine or a cup of tea or whatever, and this basketball comes at you. If you reach across, you're going to swat it to the side with the palm. So imagine you're reaching out and across and blocking it away, pushing it away like that. And then after you do that, you want to bring it in again. And the reason you want to bring it in is you're setting up for the next step, the next form. And next form, it's going to be bringing it up here. So you don't want to leave it out here to bring it up here. You want to leave it here so that you can bring it up expeditiously, quickly. So that's why this hand is there and not just out here or somewhere. And often people make the mistake of dropping their fingers. So in our style of Tai Chi, we always keep the fingers either level like this, horizontal, or up slightly. Never down, because when you put your fingers down, the Chinese martial arts or Tai Chi scriptures teach you that the energy flows, your chi flows out of your body down to the ground through your fingers, and you want to maintain your energy in your body. And so we don't want to come down and drop the fingers, or you're going to lose that energy. So we either keep them straight or we keep them up. And of course, as we push out and strike out, the fingers are already up. And that's a very powerful move. The energy maintained internally, signified by the fingers pointing in the upright direction. Okay. Just like when we do this move where we bring the hands up, and the fingers, as the hands go out to the side and they go up, the fingers start pointing up, and you can feel the energy gathering in your hands, in your arms, in your bodies as the fingers start pointing up. And when we come down, we don't drop the fingers pointing down. We drop the palms facing down. And so you'll always see people doing this move with the palms down. The fingers are never pointing down. Okay, so that's the reason why you see that in all styles, doesn't matter what style. And the reason why you start with the fingers down, there's a reason for that. And the reason is that you're supposed to have no energy. You're supposed to have a completely empty, kind of non-energetic feeling when you start. And what you're doing is, as you come up, the fingers start coming up, facing out, holding a ball. Now they're facing out. Now you've drawn up energy into your system by bringing your fingers up into a prone position, okay, and open and close and so on and so forth. From that point on, the fingers never go down, all right? Actually, that's a little known fact. So any comments or questions so far? So brush knee. All right. Now we can do a little exercise here. We can do brush knee as a Tai Chi. You can take any of these exercises. You can do open and close as a Tai Chi if you just do it over and over again. And it's very therapeutic. I sometimes do that. Sometimes that exercise where we bring the hands up and in and push out. Now, when I get up in the morning, sometimes I'll do that. And I'll do it over and over again. I'll do it for maybe 5 minutes. I'll do it maybe 20 or 30 times. And so you can do open and close as an exercise. So if we were to do brush knee as an exercise, we've got to learn how to do it on both sides. So we start on one side, let's say the right side, and we extend, block, or cross and push out. And now we set up on the left side. So what are we going to do on the left side? We're going to bring the right hand up so the palm is facing toward the left side of the face. And we're going to put our right fingers on our left elbow. Mirror image of this. One on the right side, left fingers on right elbow, palm up, facing the head. To the other side, right fingers on left elbow, left palm up facing our side. And now we're going to push across, sweep across with the right hand this time as we push out with the left hand, bringing the right palm in, down to the waist, facing down. Now let's rotate over to the other side. Set up. Push out, extend. Brush knee. Rotate the hands. Set up on the other side. Fingers touching elbow. Palm to the side. Up. Brush knee, push out. So here we go. 1, 2. Try to smooth it out. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now turn your waist this time. Set up, push out, block, turning at the waist. Set up, block, push out, turning at the waist. Just go at your own speed. Breathe in as you set up. Breathe out as you push and block across. And so notice as you come and you finish one cycle, right? The front hand turns up, turns over, and comes back in like this, right? And that in Tai Chi is a block. If you were using this, I finish, and then when I go to the other side, I'm going to come up with that hand and block a strike coming in as I set up to then deliver my own strike and block again across. Block in, set up, push, block across, and strike. Right? Block across, set up, extend the hand, block across, push. Okay? I'll turn around and do it. Maybe it'll be easier for you to see and follow, okay? This is an experiment. Let's see, can you see me? Yeah, all right. Starting on the right-hand side. 1. Set up on the left-hand side. 2. Set up on the right-hand side. 3. Set up on the left-hand side. Finger on elbow. Push. Block. Set up on the right-hand side. Finger on elbow. Push. And block. And one more. Set up on the left. Finger on left, right finger on left elbow. Push and block across. Set up on the right, right finger on left finger on right elbow. Strike out the right hand and block across to the hip. Does that help? It's a little bit hard sometimes to learn things when I'm facing you because my right looks like your left and so on and so forth. Okay. Well, see, it's noon. And so are there any questions about this? Any questions at all? Don't be shy. So go ahead and practice this. All right. I think there's a video. I did a video and you guys should have it. So you should be able to watch me do it and practice it. See if you can get this because we do this a lot in this form. And it's probably one of the more complicated moves. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next week.